Does your child ever seem to put more weight into their peers' advice or influence over yours? That can be a sign of something that I consider very sinister, and I don't want that in my life. That's part of the reason why I homeschool, is to stay close to my kids. Hello, how are you? I am coming at you live from my unpacked house. I mean, I guess this isn't live, but it's live right now when I'm saying this. I wanted to talk today about something that is so important, and I'm gonna do something that I've never done on a video before, which is put a trigger warning. This video is a very serious topic, and I am going to be using a real life example when things went wrong. Today, I want to talk about peer orientation versus parent orientation, the difference, why it matters, what it is. If you've read Hold On to Your Kids by Gordon Neufeld and Gabor Mate, you are already very familiar with the story I'm about to tell. So in 1997, a 14-year-old Canadian girl named Reena Virk was brutally beaten and drowned by a group of peers. It's a horrible story, but the reason I bring it up is because there were so many witnesses to these events, and not a single child told their parents. They just continued on with their life like nothing had happened. It is so eerie that like mob mentality can do that and can make unimaginable things seem like reality. Their loyalty was to their peers, not their families. Parents need to matter more than peers. It is so vital to your child's development and to, I think, society as a whole. So if your child is parent oriented, they trust you, they seek comfort from you, they have friends, but they have self-worth, so their whole self-image is not wrapped up into their friendships. While Reena Virk's case is an extreme case, I bring it up because it just highlights how toxic peer influence can be. A peer-oriented child might suddenly start dressing or behaving differently, while a parent-oriented child is comfortable being around peers and family. So let's get to the point of this video. Let's get to the meat, which is what to do about it, how to strengthen the parent-child bond. This is the fun part. First, prioritize quality time. You should prioritize all of the love languages, but quality time is huge. Have device-free family meals, engage in shared hobbies. Shared interests are huge in helping kids feel connected with you, and set some kind of a one-on-one routine, whether that's bedtime chats or like weekly date or some kind of one-on-one. 2, be a safe space. When your child comes to you, just listen to them without judgment and validate their feelings. Listen actively. This is kind of a given. Keep the home calm and loving even when addressing challenges. 3, teach emotional independence. Encourage self-confidence so they don't feel the need to rely on peer approval. Teach them how to handle conflict in a healthy way. And 4, create family traditions. Saturday breakfast, Friday movie nights, Taco Tuesdays, Sunday walks. Those are all good weekly traditions. So I think there are weekly traditions and there are annual traditions. We should have, even there's daily rhythms, but the weekly rhythm should include some sort of family time. We are very good at family dinners, but breakfast, not so much. Lunch, I could be better at. Be the 5th and final way to strengthen the parent-child bond. I mean, this isn't a comprehensive list, but the final way that I thought of is to be the first to apologize and model respect. Kids learn how to handle relationships by watching their parents. They learn so much by our example. And when your child feels safe and valued at home, they'll be less likely to seek validation from outside sources. So at the end of the day, our kids need us more than they need their peers. It's our job to be their main source of love and guidance and be their anchor to the world. Tell me, do you see any of these signs in your kids? I've seen firsthand how one of my children in particular tends to gravitate towards wanting to fit in, and I've watched them shift their behavior to match what friends are doing. So I totally get it, and I feel like I was the same way as a child with wanting to fit in. It's tough stuff. How do you handle this in your life? What are you doing to combat this in your relationship with your child? What are you doing to prevent peer orientation? I am just so interested. Or do you think your child is already parent oriented?